This video is about narrowing your topic down to a more specific topic. Maybe you have a topic that's too big, something like smoking. And as you're going through your process, you decide you want to talk about something more specific, like just the harmful substances. We talked about this a little bit when we're making our outline, but let's go ahead and look at what narrowing is in a little more detail. Narrowing is used when a topic is too big. For example, animals, food, people. Now, these big topics might be okay for like an elementary school student. However, these are terrible topics for a university student. You have to start to narrow your topic down. Think if you should narrow your topic before you start working on your topic sentence. Many times we choose a topic that is too big. Think about your audience, how much information do they have, and what might be interesting for them, and then narrow your topic down accordingly. So what are a couple problems that might occur if you don't narrow your topic down? Well, one of the biggest things is it might have too much information. If I asked you to do a 5-minute presentation on Korean history, well, Korean history is long. Do you talk about ancient history? Do you talk about modern history? What type of history are you going to talk about? So one thing you want to do is narrow it down. Too much information about something means that you're going to give very general, basic information. And if you do that, that might not be interesting for your audience. Again, it might be okay if you're just a child and you're talking about all the things in Korean history. But at the university level, you have to be much more specific in what you're talking about. Let's take for an example that your teacher told you to write a report about an animal. You thought about animals and you like dogs. So you decide to write about dogs. Well, the first thing you're going to do is brainstorm some ideas about dogs. So here you wrote down dogs in the middle and you wrote down some words like loyal, fast, big, dirty, loud, scary, small, things like that. But as you're writing this down, you think, wow, dogs is still kind of a big topic for university students. So maybe I should narrow it down even more. So now I decide, what can I talk about? And I decide to talk about rescue dogs. Now my new topic is going to be rescue dogs. Your teacher gave you the assignment to write about an animal. You thought about first writing about dogs. Then you thought about narrowing it down more to write about rescue dogs. When you do that, you have to brainstorm again. You have to take rescue dogs as now your new main topic and brainstorm some different ideas about rescue dogs. Like they're smart, nice, cute, they have a lot of training, they help people, they're used in like wars and floods and in the snow, they're heroes, they can be very expensive. Maybe some things like this. The next thing you want to do in your writing is decide what do you actually really want to write about. Well, I chose three topics. So I decided the first thing I want to write about is how rescue dogs are trained. They have a long training and many dogs don't actually pass the training to be a rescue dogs because it's very difficult, it's dangerous, and there's a lot of things there that make dogs really scared. So I want to talk about their long, difficult training they have. After they pass their training, then I'm going to start to talk about how they're actually used as a job. Where are they used? Like during earthquakes or during floods, when there's an avalanche, in these types of cases. So now I'm going to focus more on their job. And the last thing I decided I want to focus on is how rescue dogs are remembered. They're remembered very differently than your dog you have at home or cat or something like that. Many times these rescue dogs are remembered like heroes. Sometimes they even make a statue for them or they have a formal burial for these dogs. So they're remembered very differently than other types of animals. Okay, now I have a pretty good topic with rescue dogs, and I've thought about some of the things I might want to put in my paragraph. The next thing I have to do is really decide on what is my topic sentence. Well, maybe my topic sentence is this. The life of a rescue dog is different than any other animal in the world. So if that's my topic sentence, I need to have details that support my topic sentence. So I have these three details. What makes the life of a rescue dog different? Well, the first thing is the difficult training. They have a lot more training than probably your dog or cat at home. They're used in very dangerous places, and then when they die, they are remembered as heroes. This is what makes these dogs different than other dogs or other pets around the world. So again, as you're going through this whole pre-writing process, Make sure you're thinking about your audience and your purpose. If your topic is too big, then you're going to have to narrow it down, something more specific, something that's going to make your topic more interesting and informative for your audience.